Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Zeox here. Today we're going to be looking at Swordburst 3. It is a new game after the Swordburst series, which would be Swordburst 1 and 2. Coming from a player that played Swordburst 2 and not Swordburst 1, this is going to be a very critical type of review. This is an alpha build, so there's still lots of improvement to be done on this game, so I'm not holding it accountable for right now. But now let's get started. So as you can see, this is the home screen. If we go ahead and click agree, we're going to get started with the process of actually going into the game. And the game is the same thing as like the other games before. It just starts with this loading screen and then you get transition into the game. So I'm excited to go ahead and show you guys what it's about. So you guys teleport inside the map, the first floor. As you guys can see, it does look different from all the other Swordburst games. It doesn't look I wouldn't say too much similar than the other ones. As you can see, we have like a little drop down bar for what you could go ahead and have equipped. For example, your pickaxe to go ahead and basically mine down some rocks to go ahead and for materials and things like that. You won't get this until you get to like level 3, I believe, and then as well as your sword and skills that you can go ahead and use. So the first part of the gameplay I've actually did was decent. It was okay. You go to this person here and he gives you a mission to go ahead and do. It is a little confusing because these things are so big for the screen. I don't know why they're so big. And then now you go to start a new adventure, and then you would just accept it, and then now it would go ahead and lead to kill 5 razor boars. So the razor boars are going to be on this side, and you can see the indication that they have killed people before, and it continues that way. And if you go over here, we have some skill sets. So let's try the first one. Boom, did half, about maybe 40% of that person's health, like the boar's health. Go like that. That did about like 20%. And now we do the slash. That probably would have done half or even more, but we could go try it again. But yeah, so the system right now is basically like a hack and slash. So you just kind of go back and forth. My personal opinion on this game so far has been that it doesn't live up to Swordburst 2 hype, you know what I mean? If you played Swordburst 2 or Swordburst 1, there was a type of feeling you got when you actually entered the game, as well as when you started. It was a type of feeling that you felt like you were in Sword Art Online, and I know this game is kind of derived of that anime. I know people are going to be commenting or just saying, oh well, it's Swordburst, it's a different type of game, and they can make it their own thing, but at the end of the day it's derived from Sword Art Online. And as you can see, it looks a little cartoonish in my taste, at least. It looks too friendly for me, which is fine. It's targeting a bigger audience for people, but as well as the animation and everything like that, it's kind of more bland than Swordburst 2 or anything like that. Swordburst 2, I felt like actually like I was gonna die with these things. Now it's kind of more of I'm like, oh okay, this is just a nice render of a boar, and that looks like a kid game, right? It's nothing too crazy. As well as the turtles over here, they're kind of like similar to that aspect. Like they don't look too dangerous, you know, like their movesets are pretty well. I will say the animation is like 100% on par with one of the biggest games on Roblox. Like the animation is really good. This game has really good animation, and I won't hold it off on that. I just wish that the mobs did look a little bit scarier. I mean, how much more scarier can you get? I mean, I don't really hold it off on them. I do think that the game looks a little bit kiddish, like I said before. It looks too bright is what I'm trying to say. And I mean, there's something wrong with that, you know what I mean? Because I mean, I guess the recent animes have been a little bit more kid friendly, like Sword Art Online. Because in Sword Art Online, it's very like dark in the first season, right? And well, first I guess season part 1 and part 2 of that first season. And that's why Swordburst 2, I kind of feel like it gave that good dark feeling. And I feel like this one is just kind of like, oh yay, we're playing back and forth, we're having fun, just kind of hitting it, doing missions, etc. like that. Look how happy this guy looks, you know what I mean? Like personally, I want to feel like I'm endangered in a Sword Art Online game. Like if I die, like damn, like I have to walk all the way back there and I have to do this, But let me show you a pickaxe. So if you use a pickaxe, you can go ahead and get some of this. It's a crystal. and then you could go ahead and get some crystal. I believe it's used for crafting, if I'm so sure. So if we move over here, by the way, this wall that we're kind of going through, this cave, you actually have to unlock it. So you have to beat and get to a certain level and get a quest unlocked to move past, which me personally, I kind of hate doing, because it's kind of restricting you in areas, which is fine and everything like that, but I don't feel like this is a Sword Art Online game because it restricts you on areas. It doesn't feel like an open world game where you're able to go grind wherever you can, you know, find mobs or things like that. Swordburst 2, I felt like it was directly a small open world where you can go into various locations, such as like the forest, like the path towards the first floor tower. Like, it was just a beautiful thing. Unlocking that seems like a very a way to kill type of progression, because a lot of people, I mean, you're kind of forcing them to progress now, and I don't feel like you should do that. I feel like people should have this all free roam and then just have fun going back and forth. It shows more players back and forth, and you know, now you're kind of just forced to be with people around your level instead of, you know, helping other people. But I mean, hey, I guess it's just a different game. And then now, as you can see, we have some upgrade options. So if we go ahead and click upgrade, I did upgrade my bronze blade once. We could do it again, and then you can see the animation to how it upgrades, which is perfectly fine. I think they should really take advantage of their animation and have somebody actually hit that sword and make it look better. It would be a pretty good one, because their animation is really good. It's really good, so they could necessarily do that. And then you also have enchantments as well. So you have some materials that you need to enchant your swords, which is super cool as well. Again, I'm only giving a rating based upon what I've played so far, so don't take this with a diss on the game. This is my personal opinion. As you can see, you have all these swords that you can buy from. I currently bought this one. And then you got the little sneak peek of the Advocate, which was in Swordburst 2 and I believe Swordburst 1. I think this is super cool. Thing is, you can actually buy it now instead of actually earning it from the floor 1 boss, which is kind of odd, but it's alright. So let's go ahead and get started with some mobs fighting again. As we move to the forest, we have these bears as well. It's the same thing I said with the wolves. They do not look like a force to be reckoned with. They kind of seem like a very kiddish type of view. As you can see, my health is going down because these guys are killing me, but I don't feel that way because I'm so focused on, like, you know, the actual gameplay that I don't even visualize my health. Like, I don't feel fear or type of threat from these actual mobs. And then now this is where I'm talking about their animation. Their animation is 100% beautiful. You see this thing, I mean, it's not very interactive, as you can see. Like, I'm hitting it and it doesn't even turn around. Again, it is an alpha game, so give it some slack. Currently, the game review for myself, in my opinion, is still in review. The game is kind of fun right now. Again, maybe you just have to grow into it. I give it right now a good 6 out of 10. It is still an alpha, so I'm not gonna knock it off that. I do believe the game is gonna be better once it releases, and I can't wait for that, especially during beta, because I used to play Swordburst 2 in beta as well. So I'm super excited to go ahead and see what this game is gonna be about. So I would say give it a try if you guys want to go ahead and be early access, or if you hear what I'm saying, you could probably just wait till beta and then probably have some more things to do and probably things that have changed. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. My name's Zeox, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.